Hi, it's me, Josh, with another episode of Hey Josh, What You Drinking here today. So it is today is what, the 3rd of November, no, 2nd of November now. Episode went out yesterday, the first in the series of is the premium imports available at the LCBO and other liquor stores around. Are they worth the extra money? Premium, and I say that in big quotations. So I picked up 6 random from the section at my local LCBO here in Canada. I go to the one that's on Hazeldean, where the Farm Boy is. Typically, they usually have a nice selection of crafts and craft beers and Ontario produced and made and locals. Usually pretty good selection, and as the LCBOs go, I like that store. They have this section there, and it says premium imports. Like I said, I bought 6 random. Check out yesterday's shot. See why I have a bit of problem with the trying to call them premium imports. Here's a second in that series, and I have the same beef with that as well. So I picked up Corona Extra. Everybody knows Corona, Mexican beer, cerveza, la cerveza más fina, fine Mexican beer, I guess, cerveza. Now here's the thing, and this is what I'm calling BS to the that's out of focus. I'm calling BS. Even I guess if I had looked at this so that's the that's the English side. Sorry, I'm looking at the other side. Under license from Cerveceria Modelo. Under license. Turn it around and I look. Oh, Cerveceria Modelo de Mexico. Yep. Well, it seems legit. Under license. Okay, what does that? Brewed in Canada by Syria Canada Group. Modelo Canada in London, Creston, Edmonton, Montreal, Halifax, St. John's, Union. Are you telling me that this is actually a Molson and or Labatt product? Yep, it is. Here's me making that face. This is my disappointed face. Premium import, domestic as shit. Whatever. Anyway, let's get back to the beer. Now, I guess this is a craft brew show, though, right? Craft beer, craft brew. Now, here's my my guilty admission, my come clean moment. I like Corona, and I always have. Ever since I first tried it way back when, in the tall glass bottle with a lime squeezed in the top of it. It's not great, but it's good. I like it. It's very distinct Corona smell, Corona beer flavor. I mean, it's not great, and but it's always been kind of a nice, light, familiar go-to. I guess you call it like the lawnmower beer, right? It's one of those refreshing and pleasant drinks that I like. Here's when I got my I got my Halloween skull mug. Let's give this a pour out and get. Sorry about there is an effervescence, incandescence kind of to this mug, so it might kind of distort the color. Anyway, let's do this. You know what? Come to think of it, this may be the very first time that I've ever poured a Corona into a glass. I think I've always just shoved a piece of lime in the top and called it a day. So anyway, look at this. There's like, I poured it out in the typical way, and there's like zero head. That's okay. Very, very, very effervescency, carbonation to it. Again, like I said, it's a distinct, clear as heck. Like you can see the reflection of my son sitting across the table from me in the cup. Wave, Julian. That's funny. Anyway, my messy hair. Do you want lime or lemon? No, I do not. Thank you, though. Anyway, it's got a nice. It's got a distinctive biscuity malt aroma to it. It's a very light, in many ways, light color, light flavor, light. It's a good light beer. That's what I think of it. I've always thought that. All right. What can I say? It's got a decent beer flavor. It's got some. I'm sure it's full of all sorts of things other than just malt and what does it say on? Okay, the ingredients list is very ambiguous as that goes too. It says contains barley. I'm sure this is full of all sorts of other things like probably corn syrup and malt extracts and things that are beer adjacent, I guess, but not really beery beer things. That said, I've always kind of enjoyed a Corona Extra, whatever it is. I guess I have to admit to it being somewhat of a guilty pleasure. It's not a common thing, and it's not very, it doesn't hit my fridge very often, but it's more one of those things that if I'm out, especially at someone's place, and I can remember a pool party last year or in the before times when we could get together for pool parties, and last summer, somebody had put out nachos and some Coronas, and I was like, oh wow, nachos and Corona. I'm like yeah, okay. So that's the kind of situation where a Corona for me is like kind of awesome. Is it worth the so-called? And let's get in here. Does it actually say? Under license to who? It doesn't actually say. It doesn't actually say Labatt, but from this being where's this? Creston's what, BC? So, who makes? Yeah, so it's Edmonton, Montreal, Halifax, St. John's, Canada. So I'm thinking this is probably a Labatt brewed, perhaps. Who owns Labatt now? InBev, or if not, definitely Molson Coors. Yeah, but anyway, I digress once again. But is it worth the was it worth the extra premium import cost? No, I don't think so. I would have preferred, if it was actually imported from somewhere other than Montreal, I guess. Maybe. I don't even know, can we even get Mexican imported Corona in Canada anymore, since it's now. Anyway, so part 2, Corona. It's okay. It's refreshing. It's light. It's like, yeah, I guess beer, like beer adjacent, but also pleasant. It's okay. Drink what you like. I happen to like this. Take away my beer nerd card. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna finish this off and say cheers, and thanks for watching. Cheers.